Welcome back, learners. I am very excited to bring you today's lesson. So set your mind, ready your heart, and brace yourselves, for we will take the journey to discover the week 2 of reading and writing skills. In writing paragraphs or compositions, there are distinct patterns of development that a writer can adopt. If one wants to recall his past experiences, the narration is most appropriate. When one sees a place, a person, or a thing that attracts him or her, then an excellent pattern is the description. In this lesson, we will continue the discussion about the different patterns of written text across disciplines, specifically definition, exemplification, and classification. Can you help me define definition using the following terms? What is meant by definition? Now, when we say definition, it explains an idea, term, or phrase using distinguishing characteristics or synonyms. It is used to set working generalizations that help control the meaning and scope of important terms or ideas. There are two types or varieties of definition. Number one is the subjective definition. Number two is the scientific definition. As I made mention a while ago, there are two varieties of definition or types of definition. Number one is the subjective definition. Now, when we say subjective definition, we're referring to defining it the object in a more personal way. So when we say defining it in a more personal way, we are referring to the perspective of a person on how he or she will define a certain thing. Number two, usually derives from the author's own experiences and opinion. Now, on here, or in here, we will base it on how the author's perspective define the terms or terminologies. And lastly, number three, often used by the author to state something from the point of view of the characters or in relation to the setting. Now, in here, how the characters will really define the environment, the setting, or their own perspectives or on their own point of view. Subjective definition is patterns of paragraph development is a type of definition that really relies on the opinion of the writer. Now, it is used to explain a concept or term in a way that is unique to the writer and maybe subjective to the reader. Now, this type of definition is often used when the writer's opinion is more important than the facts, and subjective definition can add the flavor and emotions to a piece of writing and can be used to support argument. Now, the writer's opinion is expressed through the use of figurative language and other tools to create a vivid and memorable definition. Another variety or types of definition is the scientific definition. Now, scientific definition defines a concept in the most factual way, which is often used in scientific, proper, or real-world facts. Now, scientific definition is the use of a scientific language and terminology to explain a specific concept or phenomenon. Now, this type of definition typically includes an explanation of a scientific process and methodology used to understand or measure the concept or phenomenon. It also includes explanation of the scientific evidence or research that supports the understanding of the concept or phenomenon. And a scientific definition can be used to explain both natural and man-made concepts and phenomena and can be used to help explain the scientific method and processes. Now, here are some transitional expressions that can help tie ideas together, and they also reveal organizational patterns to help construct an effective definition paragraph. Now, number one is defined as. We also have as defined. We also have to define. Number three, means. Number four, refers to, and lastly, which is the to illustrate. Here is an example of scientific definition paragraph. Coronavirus COVID-19 refers to an illness caused by a virus that can spread from person to person. The virus that causes COVID-19 is a new coronavirus that has spread throughout the world. COVID-19 symptoms can range from mild to severe or no symptoms at all. You can become infected by coming into close contact about 6 feet or 2 arms lengths with a person who has COVID-19. COVID-19 is primarily spread from person to person. You can become infected by respiratory droplets when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or talks. You may also be able to get it by touching a surface or object that has the virus in it and then touching your mouth, nose, or eyes. In order to avoid COVID-19, always follow safety precautions. Stay home as much as possible and avoid close contact with others. Wear a mask that covers your nose and mouth in public settings. Clean and disinfect frequently, touch surfaces, and wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Another pattern of paragraph development of writing is classification. Now, classification refers to sorting or arranging subjects into groups or categories according to their common or shared characteristics. It also organizes ideas into divisions based on criteria or standards. Another pattern of paragraph development in writing across disciplines is the exemplification. Now, exemplification shows, proves, or explains a general idea or point by using examples. It also provides examples and illustrations in order to really further clarify or explain the concept or the subject matter. It also presents the general statement and then provide specific and concrete examples, expound on the main idea. Classification and exemplification go hand in hand. Okay, they are patterns of paragraph development where the writer organizes and present ideas by sorting them into categories and providing examples of each category. Now, for example, if the writer was discussing different types of animals, they might first classify animals into mammals, reptiles, birds, and fish, and then provide examples of each type, such as cats, snakes, parrots, and salmon. Now, this pattern of paragraph development allows the writer to provide okay, comprehensive overview of all the different types of animals in one paragraph. Here are some transitional devices used in classification paragraph. Another, classified as, one kind, the last group, another kind, final type, the first category, the next part. On the other hand, here are some transitional words for exemplification paragraph. After all, for instance, namely, that is, as an example, in other words, put another way, to be specific, consider the following in particular scientific to clarify, for example, in short, stated differently, and to illustrate. Here is an example of a classification paragraph. People looking to lose weight have a few options: exercise, diet, weight loss pills, and surgery. Exercising involves going to a gym, working out at home, or joining some sort of class or sports team. Those who are dieting can consult with a doctor about a suitable plan. Weight loss pills can be taken if proper precautions and directions are followed. Individuals who are severely overweight can talk to a doctor about having surgery to lose the weight that they need. Here is an example of an exemplification paragraph. Marketing is as important as knowing how to grow beautiful plants. It will spell the difference between success and failure for an entrepreneur. Thus, you should be creative in selling your plants, and you can choose from any of the following suggestions. One is to have a plant shop. This is advisable if you have your own place, which is strategically located, but if you don't and you rent a place, the overhead expenses will cost you a sum of money. Another strategy is to conduct an open house if you have enough stock to dispose of. You can offer your plants at discounted prices to attract buyers. One other way is to dispose of your plants is to sell them together in one lot. You may not earn as much as with the other strategies, but it will not take much of your time. There are many other creative ways of marketing your plants, and it's up to you to choose or develop your style. Thank you for watching. I hope that you've learned a lot from our discussion today. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye!